How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm outside birding in Edmonton, Alberta. It's a beautiful day, but the clouds are starting to roll in, so I think it is going to start raining soon. But I wanted to show you one thing that you can do with your camera. It's a really cool trick. I usually carry around my binoculars and my camera. I don't have a scope, but there's one thing you can do with your Sony camera, and I think other cameras can do it too, but I'm not too sure what they're called. But in the Sony a7 III, I'll show you right now how to get it. It's called Focus Magnifier, and let's just get into it. What you want to do is open up your menu, and in the first tab on the 13th page, there's Focus Magnifier. So you want that to be turned on. So the next thing you're going to have to do is make sure your your lens is on manual focus up here. So I switched over to manual focus. These are my settings for the Focus Magnifier. So let's use an example. Say the tree up ahead is a bird of interest and it's really far away and you can't see it with your binoculars. You can't get a proper ID with your camera once you take a photo, because generally what happens is when a bird's really far away, there's a lot of atmospheric distortion, and what ends up happening is when you take a photo, it basically turns the bird into like this weird blob, and it can make it really difficult to ID it, especially if you're looking for very key specific features of the bird. But what you can do is actually use your camera as a scope to track it in real time. What that allows you to do is it allows you to see more behavior, how the bird's moving. I'll show you right now how I do this. I'll just click the center button here, and that'll bring me into the Focus Magnifier. Now you'll see the tree is lit up by red. That's focus peaking, so it just helps you acquire focus when you're manually focusing. Sonys are notoriously bad at focus peaking, but I still use it anyways, just as a little guide to help me manual focus. So you might notice in the center here, there's a little rectangle, orange rectangle. That's your point of interest. Try to place the bird in the middle of this. For the sake of this video, I'll say that the middle of the tree is actually the bird that we're interested in. Now all I have to do is press the center button here, and that'll zoom us in 5.9 times. So now you can start seeing a lot more detail. You can see the color of the lichen, and you can see a little bit more detail in the bark. And all you would have to do at this point is manual focus until you get the bird in focus, and that'll give you a better idea of what you're looking at. If you need even more zoom, you can press it one more time to bring you to 11.7 times, and then all you have to do is manually focus. And what's nice is once you have Focus Magnifier turned on, even when you're just regularly shooting, if you're in manual mode and you go to manual focus, you'll see on the camera it actually zooms in for you. So that was just a quick tip to show you guys how I turn my Sony camera into a scope. I'm not going to start carrying around a scope. I already carry too much gear as it is. So having that feature is really handy, especially since I've been doing a lot more waterfowl and shorebirds now. Some of them are ways out, and to get them with your binoculars or take a photo of them, it's pretty difficult. But using that to go in, you're able to watch them in live time, see exactly how they're moving, how they're feeding. It definitely helps with your ID. So test it out. If you have a Canon or Nikon or Olympus, any other camera, there's probably a similar feature. I'm not too sure though, but hopefully this was helpful if you guys have a Sony camera. And let me know if you use it, let me know if it's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy birding. I don't know if you can hear the least flycatcher behind me. Why do birds always stop calling once you identify them?